everybody, and welcome to AJS News. This is the second video that we've got for you this week.
But first, an important word from our sponsor.
Hey man, what are you doing?
Taking some weird quizzes, waiting for my video to render.
Oh, what's that one? Optical illusions?
Let's check it out. Do you see a young woman or an old hag?
Young woman.
Do you see two faces or a vase?
Two faces.
Alright, what about this one? Do you see Wolverine and two Batmans kissing?
Batman's kissing.
Which tree is larger?
They're both the same height, but that one looks much taller because that one has so much, all the bushes and stuff down in front of it.
Alright. Which building's taller?
Again, I think they're the same building. Odd building. But that one looks bigger because, again, that one just has a bunch of stuff out in front of it. I mean, this was a neat quiz and all, but what practical use do you have for tricking people into thinking that something is taller than it really is?
Yes. Interesting illusions. I'll be right back. I need to go take some pictures of something.
Oh, gross.
Remember, guys, when you trim the hedges, the tree stands taller. And get 20% off right now with free shipping if you go to www.manscaped.com/AngryJoeShow. The coupon is automatically applied with that link. Treat yourself, guys. Don't cheat yourself. Does that mean, Joe, that you took pictures of
These ladies won't leave me alone. 15 messages already. What? Amazing.
Joe,
why are you looking over?
Ah, you want to see it again?
Yeah, but
Look at that. Enhance.
don't make me embarrass you, Joe. About what you're really looking at there.
Ew. All right. Well, if you have someone in your life that you want to give the gift of Manscaped to, now is the perfect time. We've got 20% off. There's free shipping and a free gift. It's not just trimmers, guys. There's cologne, there's body wash, there's trimmers, like nose and ear hair trimmers. It's perfect for somebody. No more bad gifts. All right. Give something people want and they're going to use, and Manscaped is exactly that.
Definitely. So, let's get to the news. Little AJS news first, though. 4 videos today. We got 2 news. We got the Xbox unboxing. We got the PS5 unboxing. There's like 15 new games out. So please, if you could be patient with us, we're a little behind on all this stuff because we got our consoles late. I know you go, hey, where you guys been? What's going on? Well, we got family in town. We got these new consoles. The console showed up late, and now we're doing it. So just stick with us. Twitch.tv/AngryJoeShow. We're going to be playing, the new consoles.
All the great games.
And all the great games, and we will.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, and no, there's some games. Just they're multi-platform, obviously. So, all right. Let's do the news.
All right. Speaking of Twitch this week apologized for handling the mass copyright claims like assholes. Remember, they sent out emails to everybody, so
delete everything.
They apologized for giving streamers unhelpful warnings and little notice in face of an avalanche of DMCA claims to record labels. They gave a blog post just kind of going over the whole situation and kind of sort of apologizing. So they used to only get about 50.
Kind of sort of apologizing?
Yeah, it's a half-ass one.
They need to do, not only does it need to be a fucking sincere apology, but they need to do more than just apologize. They need to protect streamers. They need to fight for their content creators that made their fucking platform. It is disgusting. It is sick. And honestly, I should have done an angry rant on it already, considering I have knowledge on this subject from YouTube. Twitch has been worse than YouTube. Worse than YouTube. They don't have a dispute system in place. They saw this coming already from the YouTube side. They did absolutely nothing. Jack shit. There's nothing as a content creator that you can do to become compliant or to this other than completely deleting your fucking VODs. That is not an acceptable response. That is literally deleting fucking hard work. That is literally deleting your entire brand, your entire channel. Twitch, you fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
You done fucked it up, Twitch. You don't fuck. This deserves an angry rant. I'll probably make a separate video on it if we can get a little bit more information, a little one
You
or
can
two
read
more
the whole,
stories.
You can read the blog post.
We'll
It's
read
great.
the blog post,
We-
and I'll make it from that.
We hear your feedback about how frustratingly little information we provided.
Fuck off!
And we should have made that warning email a lot more informative and helpful.
You piece of shit.
Well, Joe, you are, quote, rightly upset that the only option we provided was a mass deletion tool.
You're goddamn right.
We could have developed more sophisticated, user-friendly tools a while ago.
You stupid bitch.
That we didn't is on us.
You're right.
And we
What
could
are you
have
gonna do
provided
about it?
creators with a longer time period to address their VOD and clip libraries.
Tell him.
We're sorry. We're truly
And
sorry
you
for these
do
mistakes,
this.
and we will do better. It got so bad
It
that
did.
Twitch streamers were reporting DMCA takedowns for in-game sound effects. So sounds as clock chimes, police sirens, bird noises,
Excuse me?
wind,
Excuse me, Alex?
a clock.
Clock chimes?
Yeah,
You're
dong.
joking.
A siren?
You're joking.
Yes. No, I'm not joking. It's right here. Grandfather clock chimes,
Those are
bird,
generic as
insect
fuck.
noises, police sirens, and wind.
but they're
yeah,
generic
but
as
it's
fuck.
DMCA.
Well, that's what whenever we
It's
were playing
worse.
Watch
What I'm
Dogs,
telling you is fucking worse.
It is.
This is fucking worse. Protect content creators.
But so the thing that's really frustrating for a lot of these streamers is they weren't specifically told what the offending thing was, and so now you, as a person with a huge amount of VODs, you have to go through and go, when was the last time I played a video game with insect noises?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast. I have to remember what we played 37 days ago.
That had a clock in it.
17 days ago, whether it had copyright music, whether it had sound effects that may or may not be sound effects I've heard before that are popular enough that may also have a copyright claim on it. Like, what the fuck is the point? Like, what the fuck? No.
It's a piece of shit
Just no.
system because whenever we were playing Watch Dogs, we had to like drive with the music down low or something.
No,
No
man.
music at all.
No.
Well, it's not
'Cause
just that.
it's
Nah, crank
fucked
that
up.
shit. Fuck them.
Well, you can't.
Fuck them. I don't give a shit. DMCA me. Let's see what happens.
So
Okay, well,
the-
that
Take your
was-
ass to court.
yeah.
Well,
Let's
they-
go to fucking court.
The issue with this is it's not just the music, right? So it goes a step beyond that. Now, if there's a baby laughing in the video game, you could have your video muted, and you won't even know that's the problem because Twitch provides so little. Now, Twitch has said that they are going to work with.
We're working on it.
Yes, and they're
Oh, now?
now we are actively speaking with the major record labels about potential approaches to additional licenses
And
that
they're
would be
gonna
appropriate.
bitch slap you to fucking Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
You're gonna come out of that with your ass just
Chapped.
hurting. Yeah, exactly. You think Twitch has any fucking balls, guys? Seriously? Against the fucking record industry? No. Not even fucking YouTube. Not even fucking Google. Not even fucking some of the more powerful companies have come out on top. Twitch is going to get destroyed. And then, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, sound effects too? Yes, sir. Okay. If they look at the game wrong? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I feel bad for the smaller streamers. They're gonna get none but emails.
Yeah.
You play the game, DMCA.
Yeah, well,
So
and
bam,
what
bam,
partner
bam.
do they talk to?
No one.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't have anyone
You're
to do
fucked.
anything. And then, things are getting muted, and the only recourse is to delete everything after the fact.
we
And
have
that actually may just be what it come down to. Like, Twitch will just say, unless you hit this button, you will not be able to watch past streams, because that's a likely situation that we're going to
VODs are
go into.
dead on Twitch.
No
Yeah,
VODs,
they
no
are.
clips, no any of those things. So, I mean, if you have music in your donation sounds, hope no one gives you any money, because if they
We
do...
remixed
Fuck
it.
off. We're going to remix them. We're going to fucking play clips that are not substantial replacements for the original. It's called fair use. It's called transformative content. It's called protect your goddamn creators who created your whole fucking billion-dollar fucking platform. You're Amazon now. You have more money, more resources to protect the fucking creators, and you're doing nothing. You are literally taking it up the ass from these companies, and you're sitting there with thumbs up your own asses, so there's not enough room for all of the shit going up your ass. Do something.
Ditto. All right.
It's ridiculous,
It is.
man. I thought shit was being done behind the scenes. I'm like, you know what? Because when this was happening on YouTube, and then we would do our Twitch streams, I'm like, oh man, thank God none of this shit happens on Twitch. And then they started, muting the
Worse.
streams, and they would mute the segments, and I was like, you know what? This is bullshit, but fine. whatever. Just do that. But now we're getting DMCAs, and now sound effects are muting, and now this and that, and now there's no system in place to dispute things. Companies can literally punk you, bitch slap you, dominate you, and tell you to just do exactly what this and this and dictate
Money's
content
power.
to you. Money, yeah. Well, it's just and when you're getting money developed from the community and you're getting power from the community, your money should go
fuck the
towards
community.
empowering the community,
Protecting the revenue source.
Yeah,
Now
but
the people saying, well, Twitch is working on it. I'm going to read you a quote directly from them. We're open-minded to new structures that could work for Twitch's unique service, but we must be clear that they may take some time to materialize or may never happen at all. And so the fact that this may just
What what?
Yeah,
That's their quote.
Never
It may
happen
never happen
at
at all.
all.
Support from us may never happen at all.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Reread it.
But we must be clear. Okay, so we're open-minded to new structures that could work for Twitch's unique service, but we must be clear that they may take some time to materialize or may never happen at all.
They're never happening.
Yeah.
They're never happening. If in their fucking PR statement right now, in the heat of things, they are floating the idea that shit may not happen, it's not fucking happening. Anything that you want is not fucking happening. This is the fucking way it is. We walked out of that meeting with the RIAA, and they basically said, if you don't do what we fucking say, we're going to sue your ass out of existence, and we crumpled.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what's happening.
I mean, it sounds
Fuck
like,
this
it sounds like you're
platform.
making a hot take, but it's like we've done this before with YouTube. Like, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Like they're just sitting there going, "Oh shit,
We're fucked.
we could fight over fair use,
we're not
but we're
going
not
to.
going to because
No.
that takes
Fuck
effort
our
and
creators.
time."
Fuck our platform. Just fuck it.
Yeah. Hope you don't play sound effects in your games, because if you play sound
Oh, I'm
effects,
playing all the goddamn sound effects I want. Y'all want to fucking DMCA me? Bring it, because I'm gonna make sure
it's
that
gonna
my
be lame
shit.
as fuck though. Like
is-
you mute the entire game and all you hear just your voice. That's it.
well, what if you hum? You can't
turn,
hum.
They want to
You
turn
can't.
Twitch into
no
vloggers
whistling.
like YouTube.
No whistling. No
It's like
humming.
you played that game too long. It's my game.
Yeah,
you know?
get ready for more face cams and boob cams where it's a whole screen and then the video game is in the small window with no fucking sound, and that's how I guess that's what Twitch wants.
It's gonna be like
that's
movie
your
reviews.
safest route.
Movie reviews.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need to get you a little more low cut shirts. I think.
Okay.
I think that's what we're gonna need.
Show my
And,
chest
and,
a little.
yeah,
Push 'em
and
together.
work out these a little more, a little bit more.
Just
dog.
get bigger. All right.
Damn
In different news, last week,
Happy news. No.
Yeah.
Capcom
Oh.
got hacked, and they were being extorted for $11 million. And so a group got into their servers, downloaded a bunch of stuff, and gave them the ransomware bit where it's like, you give me $11 million, or I'm gonna release all this stuff. And then Capcom,
Said
did that.
bison.
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Zangief.
And so now we have a bunch of stuff because they didn't negotiate and they leaked everything. Now, there's a lot of bad leaks, right? Like customer data, and there's financials and
So
some
the
other
leaks
things.
we fucking legit.
Yeah, they were actually legit.
They
Apparently,
actually had some shit.
they
That's
actually
fucking
had
crazy.
some stuff. We know that we are getting a Resident Evil Village, should be out in April of next year, late April. So that's actually not super far off. That people were wondering when that window was going to be coming around.
So they released a bunch of the
Allegedly.
release dates of stuff.
Allegedly
But see, I
April.
think Capcom can change
They
that
can
if
change
they
it.
want. Or, a lot of that stuff is in fluctuation anyway. Before a company announces a release date, it's in fluctuation. It could be, I mean,
Yeah,
in
it's like,
this day and
this
age,
is
it's
our
right up until the
projections.
point.
Yeah.
And even after the point.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
yeah.
Even when they say, no, it's not changing, it can change.
In other leak stuff, we know that there is going to be a separate online element to Resident Evil Village, kind of like we did with Resident Evil 3. Remember that game that we all hated?
The multiplayer mode that
Yeah.
didn't
The
work.
one we
and-
played for like an hour and then
It
never
kept
played.
crashing and we kept getting stuck and
Well,
stuff. Yeah.
I was just more mad. I like the added value, but I just was more mad that it was supposed to supplement a shorter
Yeah,
game.
it
and
wasn't-
shit like that. So if there's more added value to Resident Evil 8 and there's a multiplayer mode, fuck yeah, I'm happy. That's really cool.
if it is
news.
in addition to a full game,
Yeah.
if you give us a third of a game and then say, hey, we gave this to make up for it, and it's trash. So it's called Dominion, codename Dominion. We don't know what the full is. We don't have any other details, but it's coming out. It's coming out with it. So hopefully it's good.
We'll check it out.
maybe
obviously.
April. What other any other dates?
Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2 both announced for Nintendo Switch during a Nintendo Direct back in September. Will supposedly get a PC release. Most of the stuff
It's not really that juicy.
Well, most of the damage to them was like the financials, and so there was like financial information, personal information
that other companies can use.
Other companies can use, and they can actually get in trouble for having customer data, consumer data leaked out. Right. So it is a nightmare situation. I don't know if it was stuff that was worth $11 million, and then you set up this incentive for, it's like, look, we now know that Capcom will just give us money every time we hack them. So it's probably a smart thing for Capcom to do it, but it does suck for them.
You had to say no.
Yeah,
you had to, no matter what.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
And next time, protect your data more, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially if it was like an employee that stole the information. I don't know.
So it says 1,400 consumers at the North American Capcom store, as well as the names and addresses and gender of 4,000 users. Capcom esports operations was leaked.
Not good.
According to Capcom, presently, while the company believes that any effect from this incident on the Capcom Group's consolidated business results will be negligible, the company will swiftly make an announcement in the case that any further disclosure is necessary. So there's like, look, not that big of a deal other than the consumer stuff. So we'll just have to see. I'm sure they're glad that it's over.
Yeah.
Okay. In good news, EA's getting sued again by a different group of people.
Yeah. Take that.
EA is facing another class
Little
action
jabs.
lawsuit based on its Ultimate Team loot boxes. This one's slightly different. And there was one of the reasons I like EA getting sued, and the other reason I wanted to include it is because it is kind of an interesting suit. So
for shit that they're doing wrong.
So they're accused EA of using its patented dynamic difficulty adjustments technology, and it's 3 of its EA sports franchises: Madden, NFL, FIFA, and then NHL. It says it uses the technologies whose stated intention is to allow AI to adjust difficulty on the fly to keep players interested. So if you're really far ahead in Madden, the AI gets harder to keep the games close, to keep you more engaged.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It depends on. No, it doesn't, Joe. Have you ever put it on All Pro? It's easy as fuck. Have you ever put it on Rookie?
Yeah.
It's easy as fuck.
I get nothing but fucking fumbles. I'm leading, and all of a sudden fumble.
Yeah,
fumble.
You're playing on all Madden?
Yeah.
He's talking about a dynamic difficulty adjustment. I don't know what they're talking about. There is no dynamic difficulty adjustment. You select your difficulty and then you play. And all Madden is fucking bullshit. Yes, the computer does cheat. Yes, the computer does force you to fumble every time you get touched. You drop the ball. But that's not a technology where it's like dynamic. You're choosing. Yes, fuck me.
No, so EA has patented this thing, this dynamic difficulty adjustment.
I don't think it's implemented. What my point is I'm trying to see the validity of the lawsuit.
So the stated intention is to allow AI to adjust the difficulty on the fly to keep players from becoming either too bored or frustrated with the challenge level of the game. So it also becomes easier if you're getting smashed by the computer. They'll start fumbling. They'll start throwing your stuff.
Is it the fucking microtransaction mode, the Ultimate Team that we never play? Is that just one difficulty and it's a dynamic difficulty?
I've never played it.
I've never played it either.
Well, and then so what they're saying is they use that system to push players into purchasing more loot boxes in the form of player packs, saying that effectively makes even high stat players not play as well as they should.
Okay.
So you went through and you bought all of these really good players, and they start fumbling the ball for no reason because the AI's difficulty is going down.
Sure.
So this is slightly different.
I think actually it applies to the context of the simulated games when you're actually in the simulated game. Doesn't matter what fucking difficulty you're on. You know, your team should play this way all the time based upon those stats. And then all of a sudden, you'll play like shit. And they'll say, oh, well, that was just a random draw. No, it wasn't a random draw. It was the dynamic difficulty that said, fuck you, buy another card, is kind of maybe what they're kind of arguing here.
Yeah, and so that's what the suit is over. Now, of course, EA denies all of its...
Deny.
Yeah, and so the plaintiffs say that EA's actions violate the California Consumers Legal Remedies Act, false advertising law, unfair competition law, and qualify as unjust enrichment. And so they're getting sued over it.
Wow.
Good. EA, according to them, they say, we believe the claims are baseless and misrepresent our games, and we will defend. So they're getting sued again because of shitty practices. It's just
defend that dynamic system.
Mm-hmm.
Prove that it doesn't do
Now,
that.
we've talked a lot about the Activision, EA. Those are the big two that have the really nasty patents. They're not necessarily using them, but they're the patents where if there's a patent where if you're getting smashed in a game, the AI will pop something up on the screen. It's like, hey, would you like to buy an item that may help you through this dungeon?
No.
And what that can incentivize these companies to do to make the difficulty higher, so that you are more incentivized to buy some of these things. And we know these things exist.
Yes, we've done news stories.
We've done news stories on them before.
If right now you're thinking that's crazy, that's never happened. Yes, it has.
They're actually patented.
It's just they're not bold enough to put it in the games yet.
Or they're putting them in a way that it's very subtle, like this situation, right? Where they say it's for you enjoying the game, where it's like, no, we're gonna make it harder for you, and then you'll be like, man, maybe my team isn't good enough, and you're psychologically more incentivized to buy all this stuff. Now, speaking of which, the big story of the week is EA has decided they are going to launch a FIFA Spend-Tracking tool, so you can see how much money you've spent. So it's going to give player an overview of how much time and money they've spent on FIFA 21, the ability to set spending limits, and ultimate team limits.
The fact that something like this even fucking exists is proof that this shit is out of control. Is that not fucking proof enough? You need a fucking app to show you how much you're fucking spending in a fucking game that you already fucking spent fucking $60.
70.
Fucking 75.
Or unless you get the ultimate, then it's like $100.
It's $100, or it's
But they want to incentivize those big whales. It's like, you spend 10 grand, we'll give you 5 free packs, and you go above. You spend 100 grand, we'll give you 10 free packs.
Now, all of the speculation is that they're adding these tools in there because they are getting ready to defend themselves in a large amount of markets, right? The UK is the next one coming up. Hopefully the United States is coming up, and then they're going to be like, no. See, we protect our consumers. We're making sure that people can limit their own spending. It's not gambling. Please don't regulate us as gambling. I don't want to be taxed as gambling.
You will be taxed.
And so hopefully this works against them,
Yes.
because this is the type of things that casinos do. This is the kind of things that actual gambling does, where it shows you that it's saying that you have to do all these things. But the difference is there's a government agency that goes in and making sure that those percentages are
You think
accurate.
they're making this kind of stuff as a preemptive defense?
Yes.
Like, look, we already have these
100%.
apps that say, and so you don't need to do anything. And they're like, oh, well, all right. Just that extra incentive, because and then also reach around. They're reaching around at the same time, putting them. We got these apps already. Everything is fine. And with that. No, that placates those people.
Oh, I completely understand. It was
people
just
in power and people in charge and our
reach around
representatives. It is. At first, I was putting money in, and then I realized that we were just.
That was just something differently.
the
Everything
hell,
just
the
turned
lights-
yellow.
That
That just
was
turned
weird.
yellow.
I think it just exploded, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was a hand function there. All right, so if the lighting's all weird,
That one.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
All right. And so this does look like a preemptive defense that they put in. Now, you have to realize that FIFA's main market is the EU. EU is the one place that's actually cranking down on them really hard. And again, they're going to be getting ready to defend themselves in the UK. This looks like they don't want to be regulated at all. And so if they regulate themselves, they can do it in a way that looks like they're protecting consumers.
Yeah.
And so anything they can do to keep the gambling
So insidious.
Yeah, it's bad. And so this isn't going to really help. I don't think there will probably be some people that will try to limit themselves, but as easy if you are truly addicted to buying those things, you'll just unclick the box that say change your
Don't
spending
show
limit.
me.
It does help in a way, because if you can see how much you're spending, you're like, God damn, that's $500.
I hope it does help, yeah.
But if you're already a person like that, you're just going to justify it in your mind. You'll be like, well,
They do.
it's
In
not
the
that
comments,
bad.
it's
Don't
just
worry
like, oh,
about
it's not that much.
It's not that much.
I spent $500 on it.
But
this
I
month.
love the game.
Yeah.
I love it, so I'm going to spend $500. Yes, but
Every
you know
year.
what you could have loved for another $500 elsewhere? Like,
$500.
I don't think you realize. All right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So they have the
We have to win some of these lawsuits against EA for them to change their behavior, because the only thing they care about is the money and the bottom line and the legality of things, because then they won't be able to get away with it.
Well, unfortunately, in the United States, the only thing we've got against them is the class action lawsuits. In the UK is where the big regulation is, but that's only one of their markets. And we've seen that they will just change the way that they act per market, right? Yeah. So we know that in Belgium, and we know that they'll just say, nope, absolutely not. Yeah. We're not going to allow that to happen. And so if you're in that region, you can't buy it. If it goes illegal in the UK, they'll do the same thing. They'll go to that regulation. It's so easy to squeeze the United States consumers a little harder in Madden to make up for some of the things in the UK.
Yeah.
It's probably what they'll
And
do.
without any region locking and some of these new systems, maybe somebody, a smart developer, can create an app that like changes your geo when you're setting it up so that you thinks you're in Belgium, it thinks you're in the UK if it gets banned in the UK, and then you could get played the superior version of the thing. We're all talking like future stuff, like fucking 1999.
Yeah. Change that IP address.
Hackers.
You know, in 2030 as a way to fight.
So I don't know if anyone's going to be impressed with them attempting to do this.
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't work. We are anxiously waiting on the results of the UK Gambling Commission and hopefully them adjusting what they consider gambling. And we just hope that's another domino that continues to fall and then causes a change.
Yeah.
But I don't have faith that it will. I think that they will just look at this and
they're
just
just
say,
gonna,
no, look, they're regulating. They're doing everything that we asked. They're now showing the
stuff too.
Yeah, we're now showing the percentage. And even if it only means that they get to do this for another 5 years, that's still $5 billion.
That's a lot of money.
That they get to do off that. So, all right. Well, that's all the big stories I got.
You guys better stop.
Any small things you guys want to talk about before we go?
There's, I mean, there's one of the wrestling leagues that is sort of a competitor for the WWE. I forget their name. It's like, I think it's ACW, was it? Some like that. They're creating 3 new wrestling games, and I'm like, okay, good for you, because I don't know, man. That WWE is turning into a real fucking jerk.
It was
like I saw just what they're doing to their wrestlers on Twitch. How they're
not letting them stream. They can't use their names. They can't. I mean, there was a lot of things, and a lot of them got fired over.
Yeah, I mean,
recently.
the one on Twitter, she posted something like, "I support unions." And then the next day,
Fired.
and somebody put the 2 tweets aside. The next day, we are separating from her. We're going separate ways, and they fucking fired her literally just for talking about unions in the WWE because they're like, fuck no, how dare you get the fuck out of here. It's like, wow, this company is really turning into, a fucking evil corporation kind of thing. If it wasn't already. I mean, I haven't followed wrestling in a long time. It probably was already shit.
Yeah, but their games.
AEW, I think, is what it is. AEW is going to have some more games.
Yeah, and so we know that the WWE games have been kind of
poopy. Yeah, I mean, we
mean
recently put out a
amazing?
video.
Like,
that one was
eyes are
that
popping
one
out.
was fine.
We
but
put out the video on the
Battlegrounds.
Battlegrounds where it's like, yeah, it's this fun little reduced price $40 one, and we had some fun with it. But I mean, if they're gonna continue a shit like this, then it sounds like the WWE is just as bad as companies like EA and Activision and Blizzard, and that are sort of losing their way and not protecting their talents. And oh man, that sounds like Twitch.
Yeah. Well, they're seeing all the mobile money come in. It's like, maybe we should do something like that.
Exactly. I'm going to be sad for it because the WWE games are so entertaining to watch because we get the best clips. Remember the guy's tornado? He spins around them. And like you said, the eyes popping out of the heads and then people's legs doing windmills. And those games were so poorly designed that I kind of like seeing them.
Yeah.
But
they should put in a glitch mode because that shit is funny.
Yeah, it's the best part about those games.
But not an actual feature. I mean, we don't want it as an actual feature. All right. Anyways, thank y'all so much for dropping by. Click those links down below for Manscaped. We want to thank Manscaped for sponsoring us. If you stuck all the way to the end of the video, that way you don't have to look at Joe's phone like I did. Don't want to embarrass Joe. If you stuck all the way to the end of the video, what was on Joe's phone? It was Joe, are you going to tell him what was on your phone that you were showing me? It's his calendar, and his calendar was empty, and he was showing it to me, and I just felt that. It's all right, Joe. We can hang out. We can put something on your calendar.
I'll pencil you in.
No, but guys, check out Manscaped. It's a good holiday gift, and thank y'all so much for watching. We got a lot of shit to go and do right now. So many games and consoles, so we got to go get started on that. Thank y'all so much. Bye.
Bye, guys.